this motivational speaking event, The Climb to the Top, Unleashing Your Power to Win. We've had an amazing time together today. First with Coach Tiffany Nicole. So if you haven't seen any of the videos from the event today, just look down the timeline and you'll be able to see them. But Coach Tiffany Nicole really shared some insightful things. And then we talked with Dr. Venus Miller, who had me crying. Such a blessing. And then we just had an opportunity to spend some quality time with Dexter and Tanya Scott. And it's apparent to me that this is something that was important for us to do. It is because the theme is uniform. I put these on. I want to do this because I want to be a blessing to you. That's the reason why. We spend our time doing this because we want to be a blessing to you. That's what it's about. We want to bless you. So this event was created with you in mind, specifically for that purpose. And I'm going to close up the event today with the talk on desperate for success. Because there's so many people out there who are desperate for success. Desperate for success. That's a lot of people are dealing with that nowadays. Success for a lot of people, it seems like it may have escaped them. But when you get to a point where you are desperate to have something in your life, you will figure out a way to make it happen and show up in your life. So the Climb to the Top event is going to be something that we're going to be putting on a regular basis, where we're going to bring world-class speakers to you to speak into your life. If you have a question that you would like while I'm doing this talk or this topic, I will be more than happy to answer that question for you, but I want to be a blessing in your life. So just so you guys know a little bit about me, my name is Daniel Smiley. I'm an entrepreneur and I own about 4 or 5 businesses. And one is a national staffing agency, one is a speaker bureau, one is a bookstore, and I also own a t-shirt company and a photography business in the whole 9 yards. And so in all of my businesses, a service-based business, the purpose behind it is to bless people, to give to people. If you want to be blessed in your life, you have to learn how to be a blessing to others. Seed time and harvest is something that is real. Seed time and harvest. Your harvest is a direct result of the seed you decide that you are going to sow. Any harvest in your life is a direct reflection of the kind of seed you want to sow. And there are people who are saying they want to be successful. They're desperate for success. But because it didn't show up when they wanted it, how they wanted it, they aborted that success journey. And we're going to talk about that. Desperate for success. I'll tell you a little story. Many years ago, there was a guy who wanted to spend some time with me. He just wanted me to sow into his life, to share. He wanted to just be a blessing. And he asked to take me to lunch. And I said to this guy, his wife actually worked for me. I said to this guy, listen, I don't go out to eat lunch that much. When I do go out to eat lunch, I like to eat at a nice place. I like to sit down and enjoy myself. This was many years ago. So I said, I need you to just understand that. Now, I knew a restaurant that I wanted to eat at, that I enjoyed. And so when he said that he wanted to go with me, he wanted to take me to lunch, just kind of as a thank you, to talk, love on me a little bit. I knew it was going to cost us about $80 to eat lunch. I knew it. So I was already prepared to pay for it. His and mine. I was prepared for that. And so I said to him, yeah, let's go to lunch. You can meet me at this particular place. And then we got to the restaurant. We sat down at the table, and the waiter brought the menu to us. It was apparent to him that this was a very expensive restaurant. And so we ordered, we talked, we ate. And when the check came, I said to him, no, man, I got it. No, he says, no, I'll take care of it. He says, no, I got it. We fought over the check. To make a long story short, I ended up paying the bill. Now, again, because I knew that I could afford it and it would be a little bit more of a challenge for him. Well, as soon as I left that restaurant, I became convicted. As soon as I left. And here's what the Holy Spirit said to me. You asked me to bless you. You asked to be successful. You begged, worked hard for it, cried. You asked for it. And when I bring it to you, you reject it. When I try to give to you, you push it off. You reject it. You throw it away. I'm saying, Lord, what did you mean? I sent somebody to your life to be a blessing to you, to sow into your success. I sent somebody to do that. And because of what you thought, because of what you saw, because of what you imagined or thought in your mind about that person, you didn't let them do it. I placed in that person's heart to sow into your success, and you rejected that success because it didn't come in the way that you wanted it to come. And I felt pretty bad about it. There was no way for me to go back and give him money or reimburse him or what have you. It was a lesson for me, and that is, you want to be successful. You want to have success in your life, whether that's monetary success, relationship success, health success, whatever it is. You want that in your life, but you have a predetermined way that you want it to come. Until you open up your thinking regarding how this success is going to come in your life, you will never have it. And it's that simple. We all have this predetermined idea about how things are going to be or how we want them to be. And when it doesn't happen, we get mad, pissed off. We just abort the mission. But it doesn't always happen the way you want it to happen. It doesn't always come the way that you want it to come. So you have to open yourself up to be available to and ready for the way success is going to come, however it decides it's going to come. I own a business, a staffing business, and I tried a ton of ways to be successful. I did door-to-door businesses, all kinds of stuff. I did many different types of businesses, and none of those businesses worked, and I didn't understand why. I knew that I had the ability. I knew that I had the talent. I knew that I had the passion, the intelligence, the intellect. I knew I had all of those things, but the method was wrong. What I was trying to do was wrong. I was trying to operate outside of God's plan for my life. I was trying to do it on my own. I was doing it the way that I thought it should be done. And that wasn't the case. So there are three things that I want to leave you with today, so you can turn this desperation for success into the success that you've dreamed of your whole life. Three things that I want to leave with you today. Number one is you have to find your passion or your call. Now, I get this question from coaching clients all the time. I get this question on social media platforms. How do I find out what I was meant to do? How do I find out what my gifts and my talents are? How do I find out what my purpose is? And it's pretty simple. The pain you feel when someone else is hurt is an indication of the purpose that you were created and the problem created for, and the problem that you were created to solve. Let me say that again. How do you find your purpose? The pain you feel when somebody else is hurting is an indication of the problem that you have been created to solve in somebody else's life. That is tied to your purpose, what you are supposed to be doing. So let's talk about that. When I grew up, we grew up with not a lot of money in our family. Single mom for the younger part of my life until I was out of the house. Single, 8 kids, 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house in Florida. My mom didn't get her high school diploma until she was almost 40. I want you to imagine that. My mom got married when she was 16. My dad was 26. My dad was a porter at the Miami International Airport. My mom did not graduate from high school because she got married to my dad. So when my dad and my mom separated when I was 6 years old, and my twin brother and I are the babies of our family, my mother didn't have a way to care for 8 kids. So we ended up on welfare, public assistance, all of those things. I wanted desperately to help out. So when I was a young boy, I started trying to make money to relieve pressure on the household. I didn't like the way I felt when I didn't have money to be able to buy shoes, new shoes for school. Or I didn't like the way I felt when my mom was unable to afford football cleats for us. I didn't like the way I felt. So what I have done is I've spent my entire life trying to relieve that pain in other people, which is why I started the staffing company that I have. I give people jobs. I'm passionate about that because I want to relieve that pain in their life. I want those people to never ever feel the pain that I felt when I was a young boy. We grew up with very little means. The pain you feel when somebody else is hurt is an indication of the problem that you have been created to solve and the purpose that you have been created for in your life. That's it. So you don't ignore the pain at all. You don't demonize the pain. That pain was in your life so that it can create the purpose that you were meant to feel. All of us were created for a reason. Every one of us. You are not a mistake. Every one of us was created for a specific and different reason. Listen to me. I want you to understand that. All of us were created for a specific and unique reason. And because of your pain, the pain you feel when somebody else hurts, that is going to birth the purpose in you that you've been created for. Don't abort that pain. I tried for years to relieve this pressure on my mom. Years. But the pain had its purpose. It was to birth in me and empathy for those who felt the same thing. That was an indication of my purpose. We all have that. Let me ask you a question. When are you hurting? When someone else is hurting, what is that makes you hurt too? Is it they're hungry? Is it like me, they don't have a job or don't have money? Is it they lack education? Whatever it is. Whatever pains you when somebody else is hurting, that's an indication of the purpose, the problem you've been created to solve, and the purpose in your life. Here's the second thing. You have to learn to, number 2, embrace your uniqueness. I really want you to listen to this. No one else in the entire face of the earth, billions of people, no one was created to do what you can do the way that you can do it. It may be similar, but no one, not one person was created to do what you do the way that you do it. Nobody, not one person. No one was born into the circumstances that you were born into. No one had the unique experiences that you've had. Not one single person was ever born into the same circumstances that you have. So that means the problem that you've been created to solve should be embraced by this uniqueness that only you have. You're the only one that have it. And I want to stop here and say, it's not too late for you to fulfill that purpose. I don't care how old you are. There is something about you and your experience that is designed to be a blessing to somebody else. Your experience created the uniqueness that is now fully a part of you that is supposed to be given to somebody else. That's your superpower. Your uniqueness. That experience, your experience is the only thing that can create it. That's it. Yours. No one, a person may have been born to the same situation and circumstances that I've been born to, but no one, those people did not have as part of their unique experience that they were a twin. Right? I grew up with being a very compassionate person. My friends tell me that, man, you've always been like this. I didn't know. It's just part of who I am. But you have to embrace your uniqueness, because no one else, and I need you to understand that, no one else is like you. Not one person. Nobody. I don't care if, like me, you have a twin. They look like you. His experience in life, my twin brother, is completely different than mine. So embrace your uniqueness. And number 3, you have to unleash your power. Hanging on to your gift, hanging on to your talent, covering it up is useless. It's wasteful. You do not want to go to the grave, die with untapped talents. Your uniqueness created a special gift, unique way for you to do things. So you need to unleash it. Well, Dan, how do I do it? Every person you see that has that unique pain, give them your solution. Do everything that you can to solve that problem. And that might be just giving that person an encouraging word. It might be instructing that person. It might be patting that person on the back. It might be sending the right resources their way. But you have to unleash your power on that person. You have to give them everything that you have. Listen, that you have that belongs to them. Purpose comes from God through us and is meant for other people. Purpose comes from God through our experience, through us, and it's meant for other people. So, yes, you understand that your passion and your call. Yes, you have embraced your uniqueness, but you are holding back this power, holding back, and you're not unleashing it on other people. In the center of this unleashing, in the center of it, right in the middle of it, right in the middle of that storm of giving all of this goodness out, that's where victory in your life lives. You feel defeated. You feel like, you know what? What am I here for? You feel like, man, I'm not making a difference in life. You feel like, I don't have to do what other people are doing it. You feel like you're not being counted. It's because you haven't unleashed that power. In the center of it is victory. It's peace, happiness, joy. That's where your winning is. And until you make a decision that you're going to find what your passion is. Until you make a conscious decision that you're going to, you know what, embrace those quirks, the quirkiness, until you decide that, you know what, I don't do it like that person. And there's a reason why you don't do it like that person. It's because you're not that person. They're already doing it. You're supposed to be doing it your way. Until you embrace that uniqueness, and then until you unleash that power on every single person that you can, you're not going to find that place of peace, happiness, joy, fulfillment, and ultimately the win in life. The climb to the top of anything is difficult. And it comes all kinds of ways. I said to you in the beginning of this talk, we are desperate for success, but we want it to come in a way that we can predict. I failed to do that. So it's been 20 years since that experience in that restaurant where God slapped me on my hand and said, I sent a blessing your way and you rejected it. Not only did you stop the blessing that I've given into your life, the harvest from the seeds that you've sown, but you stopped the seed from the person who I sent to give it to you. You stopped the seed because it didn't come the way that you wanted it to come. So I know you think you're this, you're that, you are, but you have to be open to receiving the goodness, the gifts in a unique way, in a different way. COVID-19 has changed the game. It has created an opportunity for you to take a step back and evaluate who you are, what you're all about, and where you're going in this life. It didn't happen for no reason. Now, you can embrace the opportunity that's right in front of your face. You can embrace it, or you can let it pass you by. The question is, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? There will never be another moment like this one. There will never be another time like right now. Ever in your life. It will never, ever happen again. You will never be faced with this kind of situation ever again in your life. The question is, what are you going to do about it? You've asked God to bless you. You've asked for success. You've asked for this. You've been desperate for it. You've been trying for years and years and years and years, and it has not come to you the way that you thought it was going to come. Now that we're in this situation, the question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to finally start that business? Are you going to finally partner with your spouse? Are you going to finally make sure your kids have the schooling that they're supposed to have? Are you going to start earning the money that you deserve and not what people are just deciding to give you because of a job? Are you finally going to start living the life that you've dreamed of, that you thought about? Tanya and Dexter Scott said this. Many of us are trying to have, do, and be. Have, do, and be. That's backwards. We have to become it first. Right? In our minds, I am successful. Because that is part of my thinking, I will then walk in, act like, talk like the success that I say I want. And as I walk in, talk in, and be this success, it will show up in my life in unique ways. So I have to become it, do it, walk it out, and then I can have it. And this is the opportunity right now where you can be the CEO. do what CEOs do and eventually have more than what CEOs have. Dr. Venus Miller said, we have to focus on our mental health. Everything in your life emanates from your thinking. The Bible says, as a man thinks, so is he. So your life is a direct reflection of your thinking. Your life right now is a direct reflection of your thinking. So if you don't like your life, change your thinking. If you don't like your life, change your thinking. She said she's 54 years old, and it wasn't until her mid-40s that she carried the pain of the times when she was 5 and those tragic things happened in her life. But it wasn't until she was willing to face herself, stop covering up, deal with her mental health, stop allowing that mental health to destroy her. It wasn't until she did that her entire life changed. 180-degree flip. She looked good on the outside, but she was dying on the inside. She was helping other people, but needed help herself. Is that you? Is that you? Unleashing your power to win means understanding your purpose, embracing your uniqueness, and unleashing that power on everybody else. So until she embraced the pain of her past, understood that that experience was unique to her, she now unleashes her power on others and help them to win and get past that same situation. And in some cases, stop it. Dr. Tiffany, or Coach Tiffany, said, we got to stop and identify what is success really? What does success really mean? What does it mean? It's not a job title. It's not about how much money you make. And Dr. Venus said the same thing. It's peace. It's contentment. It's happiness. She climbed the ladder to become a director in a large business and found that she was not happy. So even though she was making the money, even though she had the title, even though she had the position, she didn't have any peace. She was miserable. So what is success to you? I submit that success is when we are walking smack dab in the middle of our purpose and we're unleashing that purpose and power on every single person that God sends our way. Every one of us. That's why I'm talking to you right now. Why do I do this? Because it's part of my purpose. Why do I share like this? It's part of my purpose. My unique experience was designed to touch your life in a unique way. I'm here sacrificing for you. And I love it. And I love it. Dr. Tiffany also said, we have to understand the ways that we struggle, create safeguards that help to protect us, and come up with tangible goals to help us get past it. We all have to do that. I've created this company for a reason. We're going to be spending our time sowing seed of knowledge, experience into your life. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have speakers do nothing but sow into your life, because that's part of our purpose. And the people who speak, like you've seen today, Dexter and Tanya Scott, Dr. Venus Miller, Coach Tiffany Nicole, it's part of their passion. They're passionate about it. They want to see you win. They want to see you win. They want to see you succeed in life. You've said you wanted it. Now you have an opportunity to get it. The question is, what are you going to do about it? The climb to the top is not easy, but it's necessary. And it's not until you get to the top, it's not until you begin the climb that you're going to discover that the journey is really where it is. Forget about the pain. Use it to fuel your purpose. Forget about the challenges. Use it to fuel your change. Forget about the strain, the stress in your life. Use it to create your success. Be, do, have. Be, do, have. Be it first. Become it first. Here. Begin to walk in it, and you can have it. Find your call. Recognize your uniqueness and unleash your power to win. I'm going to ask you to partner with us today. What my goal is for us to carry this message around the world, virtually through social media, touching as many lives as we can. I'm going to ask you to do that. Now, you have a choice to make here. You got a choice. I believe firmly in seed time and harvest. If there's any content that you have ever seen from me that has helped you in any way in your business, in your personal life, in your relationships with your kids, if there's any of the content that you've seen that has helped you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, I'm going to ask that you sow a seed for the purpose of helping the Climb to the Top conference continue to go around the world. That's what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to sow a seed in just a moment, to give in just a moment. Because I believe the seed that you sow is a direct reflection of the harvest that you will receive. You don't get stuff, you don't have things coming back into your life until you release what's in your hand. When you release what's in your hand, it goes into the atmosphere, into a harvest, into a good ground, and then a harvest is created. You want to know why you don't have a harvest in your life? It's because you're not sowing seed. And you may not be able to stand in front of a camera like this and have a conversation with people around the world like we do, but you can sow a seed so that the message can continue to go around the world. That's the purpose of this. This is not about you giving to me personally. I don't need what you have to offer. What I want is I want to create a fertile opportunity, a fertile ground for you to receive a harvest back in your life. That's what I want. It will enable us to continue to produce and share content that we could send around the world to help bless people and get them the success that they deserve in their lives. That's what I care about. I want people to be successful. That's what I want. That's what I care about. That's what matters to me. I want people to succeed in life. Here's why. Because it belongs to you. It's possible. You can have it. You may need to learn the steps necessary to get to that particular place. You're going to be able to find that here. That's what I want in your life. Sow a seed. It's pretty simple. It's Cash App Daniel Smiley 305. Cash App Daniel Smiley 305. That's what I want you to cash out so that you can begin to sow a seed and receive a harvest. My prayer is that this was a blessing to you today. This was a labor of love. We had to birth this so that we can be a blessing to you. And guess what? We'll continue to do this. And we'll believe that whatever we need to come our way from a financial perspective, whatever we need, it will come our way so that we can continue to give to you. Will Dexter and Tanya be back again? Yes. Will Coach Tiffany be back again? Yes. Will Dr. Venus be back again? Yes. And more. And we'll continue to get bigger and better. All we want to do is spread as much positivity around the world through our experiences. We want to spread that around the world as much as we can. So, thank you so much for attending this event today. We appreciate you, love you. I'm going to ask that you sow a seed to help us continue to go. You can cash out me at Daniel Smiley 305. Daniel Smiley 305. You can cash out me. Every gift that you give, it will be meant to bless us so that we can continue to move further in where we're going. Thanks again. If you can watch all of the video from today on the re-air on IGTV, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, wherever we are on social media. Thank you so much. I love all of you. I love all of you. And I'll see you all on the next live. God bless you.